All right. Hello, everybody. This is Monica with #GoalsEnglish, and this lesson will focus on the pronunciation of the stop T, as well as give you a great review of many of the vowel sounds, as you can see in this list here. If this is your first time watching any of my lessons, I'm an American accent coach and English fluency coach. I provide English lessons with the goal of helping you speak English more fluently, naturally, and confidently. Be sure to repeat after me if you're in a place where you can repeat after these words, right? Improving your listening skills and learning to hear these sounds is a great first step, but consistently speaking is really what's going to bring your communication skills to the next level. Be sure to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe and hit the bell so you're sure to see when I post new lessons first. I'm a little frazzled today. Do you know that word, frazzled? Anyway, your likes and comments, whether you're watching on Instagram, hello everybody, or on YouTube, really help other people see this content. The YouTube algorithm really likes it. So just takes a second, hit the like, leave a little comment if you like this lesson. It's super helpful to me. So let's get to the lesson, the stop T. So if you're just joining me, hi everyone on Instagram, this is the stop T. So if you aren't familiar, I did a past lesson briefly talking about the different T sounds that the T makes in American English, because it's not just the one T, right? There's a lot of different T sounds and it can get very confusing, especially because most of them will only be written as T in the IPA. So if you try to look on learnersdictionary.com or somewhere where you see the IPA symbols, it's not really that helpful. So you just kind of have to know. So something that happens with students with the stop T is they will overpronounce it or underpronounce it. So I'll show you what I mean with this first word here, bat, right? Notice when I go into teacher mode, sometimes I overpronounce. So I did actually kind of do a regular T there, bat. Right? But that is actually too much. If I'm talking normally amongst my friends, I will just say bat, bat. So do you hear that difference there? Versus fully aspirating the t, right? Bat, too much. So we want to stop the tongue where the T is, bat, bat. Another thing some of my students sometimes do, especially if you're coming from a language such as Chinese or Korean that don't generally end on such strong consonant sounds, is sometimes they're adding an extra vowel sound without realizing it. So for example, they might say bat and add the sound. So that's something to kind of listen for and be aware of. I found with my students, they're often not aware that they're doing it in the first place. So it might be helpful if you have someone to let you know. So yeah, we don't want bat, we don't want bat, right? We just want this stop T, bat, bat. So your tongue is going up to where you would normally go to make the t, but it's stopping and not letting that air out, hence the stop T name, bat, bat. Okay? So this is different than not pronouncing the T at all, right? So when I said underpronouncing, that would be like this, ba. Okay, that's not even a word. It's the sound a sheep makes, ba. So see how it's different? Even though you don't hear a t, there's still something happening there because we can't just let that vowel hang out in the air, ba. No, we need to stop at the T, bat, bat. Okay? If you have any questions, anybody watching, please feel free to type them in and I'll try to answer it as I get to it. So now let's go through the rest of these examples. And I have them separated out into short vowel sounds and long vowel sounds. So you can get a little vowel review here too. Okay, so first one, short A, bat. Stop T, bat. Short E, bet, bet. Okay, let's make a bet. Swing the bat. Bat, bet. Let's go to short I. Bit. It's a little bit cold. It's a little bit cold. Bit, bit. Short O, ah, bought, bought. I think that a bot left a comment on my video. And last one, but. Short U, but. But. I want to go, but I can't. But. Let's get to our long vowels here. A, long A, bait. When you go fishing, you need bait. Beat. Long E, beet. I love beet salad. I love beet salad. So if you're watching along, make sure you're repeating or save it for later and come back and repeat. Okay, long O, O. So notice how the long vowels say their name. A, E, I, O. O. Boat. Boat. Let's go out on a boat. Boat. And let's go to oo. So this is actually not technically a long U because it doesn't have the y. So it's oo, like moon is what I usually call it, or long U without the Y, I sometimes say, or some people say a long double O. So I guess it is a long vowel. Anyway, boot. Ooh, boot. I lost my boot. Boot. And then here we have butte, which is shortening of beautiful. It's kind of a slang word. Oh, that one's a butte. So that has a long U with a stop T. Butte. But notice when we have it in the word beautiful, it's no longer a stop T. It's a flap T, which sounds more like a soft D. Beautiful. So it's not beautiful. It's not a stop T in this word, but when it's at the end, butte. Ah, that one's a butte. Okay, any questions so far? I see someone's asking about conversation course. So I actually do one-on-one lessons if you're looking for something like that. So you can check out my pricing on goalsenglish.com. But if you're looking for like listening practice, I have quite a lot of that, Mohammed, on my YouTube channel. I've been doing this new series lately with daily, everyday English conversation type stuff. So please check that out on YouTube. Cool. So notice how all these T's are at the end. There may be times where the stop T is in the middle of a word. I actually couldn't think of any examples because usually they change pronunciation if it's in the middle, but it's possible. But most often the stop T will change to one of the other T sounds, such as the flap T. So we saw that in better. So we have stop T, bet, but then when we add another vowel sound after, it becomes flap T, better, better. Same thing, beautiful. We also have this one called a glottal stop. These are super tricky, and that is not a stop T either. It's a totally different thing, like bitten and kitten, where you're actually stopping the sound when you hit the vowel. Bitten, kitten. So we don't want to confuse these. So we have 1, 2, 3 different types of T sounds on this one board. Cool. Does anyone have any questions on that before I go to the next part of this lesson? Because there are more. So yeah, just as a reminder, like I said, when another vowel comes after, it'll change to a flap T. And that's not just the case in a word, but if the following word, the word that comes after, has a vowel. So let me give you an example sentence. If it doesn't change when there's a consonant after. So for example, that bat can't go there. We actually have 3 stop T's in this sentence. That bat can't go there. That bat can't go there. But it would turn into a flap T if there's a vowel after. So for example, this sentence, the bat is in the car. Bat is. So we could say the bat is in the car, but it takes longer, right? American English pronunciation is all about saying things faster and smoother. The bat is in the car. Bat is in the car. Cool. Okay, so now let's look at a stop T when it is following a consonant, not a vowel. So I have to flip my board here and hope that I don't get too much glare from the light. Let me double check. Okay, no, little glare there. So there it goes. All right. So just like we saw before, we don't want to overpronounce the T with a puff of air. So we don't want can't, right? Though for clarity, we could do it if someone's really not understanding us. Can you go to the party? Oh, I can't. Did you say can or can't? I can't. I can't go to the party. Okay, you add a little extra T for clarity if you need to. But generally, it's going to be that stop T. And this distinction between can and can't is so hard. I actually have a whole other video on just those. And I also believe I have one, maybe just on my Instagram, of do and don't as well. Do, don't. So let's just look at these examples following the T. So notice how a lot of them are the contraction with not, but we also have some examples that aren't. So can't, don't, won't, shouldn't. We have hunt, and want. So notice how the N sound doesn't come fully out, right? So again, this isn't deleting the T. It's not a silent T. There's still something happening there, because otherwise we would just say won't, and there's a long N there. No, the N gets cut off. Won't with the T, right? So we don't want don't with that full N. We got to cut the N. Don't do that. I won't go to the party. You shouldn't do that. So it's kind of this weird sound that we don't really have in any other place, where we have this N and it's kind of getting pushed up more into the nose and stopped early. Can't, don't, won't, right? Okay. So keep in mind that in the middle, again, if it's not the ending, if it's in the middle of a word, then we have cases where the T will get deleted. The T will be silent. So for example, internet. It's not a stop T. It's not internet, right? It's internet. There's no T. Same thing, painting. It's not painting. It's painting. No T, silent T. But you can keep the T in here. The T's come and go for native speakers all the time. I might say painting. I might say painting. I might say internet. I might say internet. Doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So our last list of this lesson will be the stop T after what's called these R-controlled vowels. So just like we saw with the N, the R-controlled vowel, the R sound gets cut short. So for example, this word cart, different than car, where we have that full R sound coming all the way out. Car. I like to drive in my car, right? Versus adding the stop T, now we have cart. So it's going to the R, cart, and then stopping with that T. The tongue is going up to the roof of the mouth. Car, the R is here with the tongue in the middle of the mouth. Car, and then cart. So cutting off that R sound. So let's listen to some more of these examples. So sound, curt. That waiter was very curt. Or sound, court. I have to go to court later. Court. R sound, cart. Can you get a shopping cart? Again, so just like curt, but now with an H. Hurt. That hurt. So going up to the T. And then R, just like car or bar, but heart. He's got a good heart. Art, art. Back to the OR or port. The ship is in the port. And then alert. So that same sound like curt and hurt, we have in alert, alert. Stay alert. Okay, so where are we? Just like we saw with the other stop T's, if you have a vowel after it, then it's going to change to a flap T. That's why I wrote hurting. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of small. But yeah, by itself, if the T's at the end, we have stop T, hurt. If we're adding an ing, we have a vowel after it. Now it's a flap T, hurting. So my arm is hurt versus my arm is hurting. Hurting. All right. As a last example here, I wanted to show you another example of a case where the T goes silent in the word often. I often go to the movies. We can say often, people do, like with painting and internet, the T comes and goes, but more common to just say often. Often, with no T. Not a stop T, not a flap T, it's just silent, no T. So that about wraps up this lesson. So this is your last chance. If you have any additional questions, if I missed any on Instagram or YouTube, please let me know. Otherwise, I want to show you this I have here. I don't know if you can see that very well. What this is a cheat sheet. So if you are really serious about learning the sounds of American English and you're getting a little confused, like R control vowel and this and that, I have this, and what it has is the name. This is the consonant page. So there's one for vowels and one for consonants. Let me go to the vowels. So I have here the vowel name. Oh my gosh. There we go. The vowel name, the IPA symbol, an example word, the example word in the IPA, and then other example words, and then a spot for you to take notes. So if there's additional words that you don't know, and I'm going to show this here to my Instagram friends. So where you can get that is you can go to goalsenglish.com. There will be a pop-up, or you can go to the lesson that's all the sounds of American English and sign up for my mailing list, and you will get these two free printable sheets sent to your email, as well as a chance to get updates when my new lessons are posting. So yeah, that's it for this lesson. I hope you found this super helpful. Like I said at the beginning of the video, just takes a second. If you hit the like, leave a little comment, questions, whatever you have for me, it really helps the algorithms, the magical algorithms, so more people that want to learn from me can find these lessons. All right, keep practicing and let me know what other lessons you want in the future.